Well, happy Spooktober, everyone, and welcome back to Musey's Modern Dreadfuls. You know all the stuff you need to do, and I know that you love the story, so I am going to hop right back into There's a Locked Door in My New Apartment. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, I squinted my eyes while staring at the dark corridor. This didn't make any sense. The corridor, which was supposed to be the storage room, extended to an irrationally long distance, which I could see even through this pitch dark. Was it for some reason going through an adjacent apartment? I didn't know. But I stood there, transfixed, trying to process what I was looking at. I tried to look past the consuming darkness in front of me, but couldn't. The corridor instilled an irresistible urge in me to come in closer that I was trying to fight, but I wanted to explore it. But I couldn't will my body to take one more step. As I stood there, I thought I heard creaks echoing in the distance, faintly, but enough for me to discern what it was. More doors in there. I could be crazy, but that is definitely what I thought. More doors, perhaps. The longer I stood there, the stronger the urge to go inside got. But my gut feeling was telling me it would be a bad idea. I glanced at my watch and realized it was 3:35 a.m. Realizing that I had been standing there for the past 15 minutes broke me out of my trance, and I took a step forward. Grabbing the doorknob, I pulled, but to my surprise, the door remained firmly in place. I grabbed it with both hands, yanking as hard as I could. It wouldn't budge. I tried grabbing the edge of the door and yanking it back and forth to unstick it, but again, it was firmly stuck in place. I stepped inside and around the door to try to ram it from the other side, and immediately I was enveloped in cold. It wasn't like the corridor was slightly colder than my living room. It was like there was a very distinct barrier between the two rooms, preventing the heat from going from my apartment into this mysterious and creepy place. I tried pushing the door with all my force, but turning my back to the consuming darkness immediately put me at unease. So after a few shots at it, I returned to my room. I stared at the corridor again and then noticed something. The door was less open than when I first saw it. I sat down on my couch across from the door, staring at the darkness, thinking I would start seeing a face any moment in there. I wanted to test something. I sat there until 3:55, and by then the door was more than halfway closed. I was right. The door was closing on its own. I sat some more, and exactly at 4:19, there was a distinct clicking noise of the door locking. I had almost drifted into sleep by then. So this noise jolted me out of my drowsiness. When I looked up, the door was closed and locked firmly again. Did this happen every night? I had to find out. I worked from the living room the next day, carefully glancing at the storage door every couple of minutes. Did the landlord know about this? The landlord might know about it, or he might not. I wanted to contact him. I really did. But I didn't want to freak him out with something he didn't potentially know about and close the apartment down. And on top of that, I had no means of contacting him. There was no phone number or address, just a bank account and a name. I figured that the previous tenant must have known something, so I contacted the real estate agency. I had Nicholas's number, so I contacted him. Hi, Nicholas. I'm the guy who took apartment. I gave him the address of the apartment, of course. Yeah, I remember. Nate, right? Yeah. Everything okay with the apartment? Yeah, everything is great. I faked a smile, despite Nicholas not even being able to see my face. I actually had a question about the previous tenant, though. There was a short pause. Yeah? What about her? He asked. Is there a phone or address I can contact her on? I think she left something in here, and I want to give it back to her. Oh, Nicholas stuttered. Actually, we aren't really allowed to give out the client's information, but if you want, I can send someone from the company to pick it up and have them bring it to her. I see. You know what? It's actually not a big thing. I'm sure it's not even that important. I put the sentence together barely. All right, if you're sure, well, do let me know if you happen to need anything else. All right? He was still clearly nervous. Yeah, thanks, Nick. Have a good one. Something about the way Nicholas spoke seemed off. Like someone who's caught in an uncomfortable situation they didn't want to be in and needed to think of an excuse quickly. I considered the possibility that the agency might know more than they let on, but I figured there was not much I could do about it for now. I finished work soon, did some chores, and took a 2-hour-long nap in the afternoon. I had no intention of sleeping tonight and wanted to be ready. I watched TV until late in the evening, glancing at the door every now and then, and drank an absurd amount of coffee. 3 a.m. I turned off the TV and stared at the storage door. I remembered the first time I saw it, and I was full of curiosity. Now I still had that curiosity, but it was mixed with fear. And with that, my friends, we will pick up very, very soon. It is getting intense and awesome. There are many great things coming up. It is Spooktober, so I'm gonna slowly slip them in, but look forward to these changes. They're really happening, I swear to you. And in the meantime, have a great Spooktober. You're gonna hear from me very soon. And yeah, just don't go slipping into any doors at 3 a.m. I don't suggest it. at least bring a flashlight and like a sword, if you do, and a crucifix or whatever holy object you have. Anyway, have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.